Yo, what's up guys? So we have a new, kind of a troll card, but it also gives you technically some draw power and some other new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. So this is the first card that I want to talk about that can open up the door for a lot of troll potential. Alright, so this card is called the Gold Moon Coin, and it's a normal spell card that says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. And that effect is to add 2 cards from your hand to your opponent's hand, then draw 2 cards. So at least you kind of replenish. At the end of the day, you still technically go minus because you have to activate this, and then you give them 2, so that's 3 cards total to draw 2. So you're still going minus. Let's keep that in mind. But your opponent will then start out basically with 8 cards. If you're going first, and you know, obviously you activate this card, and I was like, dude, that could be so dirty with heavy slump, because if your opponent has 8 or more cards, your opponent has to add their hand into the deck and then draw 2 cards. So you could technically force your opponent to start off with less cards than they had originally had. And if your opponent has 2 cards and you have like a full board, you can still do a lot of nasty things. Now, granted, more likely no one's going to be really playing this, but again, there is some potential with this because there's also cards that make it so if you call like that specific card in the hand, they would have to discard it, like, you know, obviously Mind Crush. And then on top of that, you may not be able to get those bonus effects because they're hitting the grave anyway. So there is more utility to this than meets the eye. A lot of people would probably look at this and be like, this is trash, why would I ever play it? But there might be some crazy FTK with this card, so just be ready for this shenanigans to go off. It's definitely going to be a troll card at the end of the day. This one actually looks pretty cool. This is a new card called Water of Life. And anyways, it's a normal spell card. It says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. And it says if you control no monsters, target 1 monster in your graveyard, special summon in attack position. Also, for the rest of the turn, after this card resolves, you cannot activate monster effects except effects on the field of the summoned monster. At first, I was like, okay, that's not too bad. You're just gonna like bring back a card out of the grave, just like a not as good Reborn. Like, yo, we're not even playing Reborn in most of our decks. What makes you think we're going to even want to try Water of Life? It just seems like overall a bad card. It doesn't even let you target your opponents. Again, it's just unfortunate that it has this negative effect. If it was quick play, this card would have had a little bit of potential because you can end phase activate it and get something back, and then later next turn maybe combo off. But realistically, you got to be very fast, especially since everything is just splashing Orcus with the multiple negations every single time. Next up, though, we do have a new number card. It is number 26, and it looks like a Galaxy Octopus. It's a rank 3 with 800 attack and 2400 defense points. And its requirements are just 2 level 3 monsters. It is a psychic as well, but it says you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect being that at the start of the battle phase, you can detach 1 material from this card. During this battle phase only, 1 monster can attack, and its attack become direct attack. And then the second effect is, at the end of the damage step, if a monster inflicted battle damage by a direct attack, give control of that attacking monster to the turn player's opponent. So that's kind of cool, because it's just at the start of the battle phase. You don't have to make it so it's your opponent. You can actually give your opponent potentially a card to lock them out, which opens up the door again for more troll potential. I'm talking about like number 30 Acid Golem. That could be a card if you wanted to troll your opponent. Again, I feel like this is just like heaven for troll. Yeah, number 30 Acid Golem, it makes it so they're just going to start taking some burn damage, and the player that has this cannot special summon. So again, you would essentially try to lock your opponent out. But realistically, is this going to be seeing that much play? Other than like that specific scenario, where you're able to give your opponent perhaps that card, more than likely, if you make this card hoping that your opponent is going to give you a card, it's not going to happen. They're going to activate the effect, probably pop this card, destroy it, whatever the case may be. You're not going to be getting that effect. But, like I said, if you're using it, you might be able to do something like, I don't know who playing Gladibeast in 2019, but like, yeah, you're able to maybe attack with a direct attack, and you'll get that secular effect. Give them secular because it is kind of worthless at the end of the day. But I don't know. Maybe someone will be able to utilize some of that. I think, isn't that at the end of like the battle phase anyway? So I guess you couldn't. Could you even use secular? I don't know. It's been a while since I've even seen Gladibeast. But nonetheless, it's just like it's too slow. Is really what it comes down to. for you to use it against your opponent in a way where you're trying to defend yourself. You're better off just going for another card. That's at least the way I think with that card. But again, Gold Moon, definitely a troll card at the end of the day. But if you guys know any cool combos with any of these cards, let me know down below in the comment section below. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the vid. If you did, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel here, hit that bell, hit that subscribe button, and you won't miss out on new Yu-Gi-Oh cards as soon as they get announced. And if you guys got any replays of these, I would love to see them. Especially with this one, dude. That draw power where you're gonna be using maybe a heavy slump on your opponent. I think that would be so funny just to make someone rage quit instantly, because it definitely would. But anyways, thanks for watching, and peace.